What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel if you already subbed. And thank you for stopping by if you're new, I know it's been a while since I uploaded, not like any of y'all niggas are subscribed, and y'all know I've been gone for a minute, but hey, not gonna waste too much time with the intro. We about to watch this video from Jubilee. Do all Gen Zers think the same? Now, I'm a Gen Zer. I'm a Gen Zer, and I actually found out recently that Gen Z is is it '01? No, it's from 97 to 2015, and I swear to God, bro, I hate, like, some of the decisions that I be hearing, like, these little kids talk about is just so damn stupid. Like, they're just fucking retarded. But, yeah, I'm gonna say this at the beginning of the video because I know ain't nobody gonna stick around till the end. Link in the description to my Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, and Discord. So go down there, and let's just get into the video.
I've sent or received nudes.
Do I have to answer this?
3, 2.
Oh, how she's Muslim. Her parents about to wax that ass. She knows she ain't supposed to be doing that.
If one day I want to get a certain job or go into a political office, I just don't ever want to have somebody to hold that against me. Even when
I feel you.
nudes, I'm like,
I feel you.
Necessarily need that.
Wait.
Like,
Why is she
sometimes-
switching her answer? Hold on. Wait. Now we gotta go back to the question. What was the question?
Do I have to
3,
answer this?
2, 1, go.
Girl. I mean, like,
If one
Wait, what the?
2 or received nudes.
I have sent or received
do I
nudes.
have
3,
to answer this?
This isn't a somewhat,
one,
maybe, or
go.
whatever. It's an agree or disagree.
If one day I want to get a certain job or go into a political office, I just don't ever want to have somebody to hold that against me. Even when
Yes,
people
both.
send
I
me
have.
nudes, I'm like,
Well,
I
for
don't
me, I'm gonna play
necessarily
along.
need that. Like,
I have
it's
sent
nice,
and
you
received
know?
nudes.
Are we saying nudes?
Nudes. Should we start over?
I thought we were saying news. N-E-W-S.
Nudes.
I'm
Okay.
so sorry. I don't send nudes because I just do things on social media. I want to pursue acting. I feel like my body's a temple. You gotta pay to see it, if at least. Same as Daniel said.
Oh, so she's
They
the
can come
OnlyFans
back
bitch.
and
I get
bite
it.
you. I'm just scared.
Go for
Revenge
it.
porn is very real, and I think most women or women adjacent people have received unsolicited pics.
As like a bisexual person and kind of just being in like a world that's hyper-sexualized already, and it sucks because that's kind of like the age of social media and like LGBTQ youth is like,
I like his
pretty
earring.
much like they have to
That
seek
dangly one?
validation online. That's like really like the way to do it.
I agree exactly with what Makai said. I mean,
She's
is, like,
slowly
a form of
creeping up. She
validation
was just
now,
as
like,
strongly
nudes is
disagree.
love, but which
This makes me
hurts,
just
so
want to.
yeah.
This makes me just want to jump over it.
Oh, he's
because
from
I
New
feel like
York? I
I'm
feel
in
you,
the
my
wrong area. You know, we're gonna go here.
If like they should respect your values if you don't want to send nudes, and if not, like, it's pretty clear to me that they're just using me for my body. Nudes has a lot to do with appearance, and putting a lot of value on how you appear can just sometimes be damaging.
To piggyback off that, it's really important too, like when you're growing up, no matter like your body type or how you look, everyone has like beauty in them. So it's important to love your body and love like how you look, because like, girl, that's your body. Like, flaunt what you got, boo. That validation needs to come from within, not from other people. Cause like, I know I'm sexy. I don't even know who's telling me I'm sexy. So, here too. Is that going in?
Skinny jeans are out of style. 3,
Everybody
2,
wears skinny jeans
1,
nowadays.
go.
I want to know what the hell he got on though. Why, bro? What is the brother
I don't know,
wearing?
It was just the era of the time. It was like rock was like, pop rock.
His name is
Lots of
Makai. I
skinny
know a
jeans,
nigga named
and then
Makai.
kinda, like ripped jeans. And I think pants are getting bigger. I don't
Shout
know
out my
if it's
nigga
'cause, like,
Makai.
maybe we're shifting more towards like androgyny. I'm over here because I think that skinny jeans, I don't like them, and I wouldn't wear them because
We can tell. Like, what is he wearing though?
Out of style or in style?
The question was skinny jeans are out of style.
Oh, so I'm saying that they are in style?
This nigga is dressed like
No,
it's the
they're out of
fucking
style.
80s.
I recently bought my like first pair of like baggier jeans, kind of like what he's wearing, and I was like blown away. Honestly, like there's so much space. you don't have to worry about it like bunching up and stuff. Like, yeah, I don't know why we ever stuck with skinny jeans to begin with.
I
Slim
think
fit jeans.
the whole skinny
Those
jeans
are
side
alright.
part thing is generational politics that are trying to like distract us from what we actually disagree about. Like nobody actually cares about the skinny jeans and middle parts. Like millennials, please stop making songs
Middle
about
parts.
it. It's not that deep.
I get my news
Alright, but you gotta understand, if a nigga come in with a bad fit, your ass is getting cut. You feel what I'm saying?
from YouTube. 3,
Yes,
Two,
I get my news
one,
from YouTube.
go.
What? These niggas is lying. They're lying. They're lying.
I just somewhat disagree because I try not to just, stay on YouTube because it can be a lot of disinformation. But I also feel like, I follow a lot of political YouTubers and I feel like their perspectives are different than what's on the mainstream because like 3 corporations own all of the media.
Social news, Twitter, 100% easily. But like if it's like some political stuff, I have like subscriptions to like New York Times, even Fox and stuff, just so
Got
I
me
get
fucked
perspective
up.
from
I'm
everyone.
not paying for that
And I
shit.
tend to go ahead and like focus more on like the journalism stuff. And YouTube is like the headlines, but I don't click the video and like deliberately watch it until I've known the facts.
The ability of Twitter to get, opinions out there from people who aren't political pundits is really valuable. And, when big things happen, Twitter usually hears about it first.
I feel like it kind of just comes down to like a media literacy thing, and it's something that
That's
like,
true. Twitter
our
hear about it
generation and
first.
further generations are gonna have to
They'll be
face.
seeing
We
shit on
haven't been in
Twitter
this era
first, and
where
then
there's,
it be
like,
popping up on
what Sarah was
Facebook
saying
later.
about, like the democratized way of social media, where like everyone can say information. We're like in this new era where we pretty much have to learn how to decipher which is valuable and valid information and what's not. And like as social media continues to grow, I feel like we're just gonna keep becoming more literate.
And I feel like we should be taught this in schools. We're in a whole new era. Like we grew up with like tablets and laptops, whereas in like previous generations didn't, which allows us obviously to have more diverse opinions. But I think that's
I want to know how old she is because there's a difference. Like the like 97 to like 03 Gen Zers, that's okay. But it's when you get like to the like I'll say 04 is alright. But if these niggas are like still like 15, 14, like Gen Zers, my nigga, their shit does not matter. My nigga, when I was growing up, niggas had a leap pad. All right, y'all know, bruh, like, if I knew how to edit, I would have put that shit on screen. You know, the leap pad with the frog on it and shit, with all the little games with teaching about education and all that. That's what I grew up with. Bruh, my baby cousin, he's probably like, what, 9, almost 10? This nigga has an iPad, like, bro, like he don't even know how to count to 100. He know the passcode to the iPad, the 6-digit code. But you know what? Like, I feel like these kids nowadays, they ain't really. No, I'm trolling right now, but I'm feeling like these little kids, like nowadays, they're not as educated as we once were. I'm not saying I'm the sharpest tool in the shed. I'm pretty on the dull side, but like, you know, a lot of kids, like a lot of these like Gen Zers that are like under 14, 15, they're really fucking stupid.
that should be taught in school as well.
Do your guys' parents ever just call you and be like, did you know this happened? You're like, yeah, it happened like 5 hours ago. And you're like, did you just find out now?
It's usually fake news
glad
with my
Sarah-
mom.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
usually fake news with
My mom, she gets
Yeah.
news from Facebook.
Same,
Literally, she
same,
calls me. She's
same,
like, did you
yeah.
hear about this? Like, mom, that's right. And she's like, it is.
Yeah.
Like my mom, when she was on Instagram, she just was like, she was seeing the wrong stuff. And then she was like, the vaccine, those microchips. And I was like, Mom.
I think it's also important to think about like why people believe that. Like, yeah, it's like stupid and it's funny to make fun of, but like people are afraid of like, really rich people who are going to be like controlling a lot of stuff without, democratic elections and without any accountability. And it makes sense that people would feel like, I don't really know if I can trust the government.
You can't.
My parents and I agree on political and social issues. 3, 2.
I don't talk to anybody about
go.
political or social issues. I didn't think that was something Gen Zers cared about.
My parents like raised me again on the whole thing of like look at every single side. And I guess it didn't go necessarily their way, but at the same time, like sometimes it ends up being a wreck, but like whenever it's a wreck, we come back and we're like, I see your point, but here's what I think and here's why, loaded with facts, not just like, oh, I think this because this and this and this X and X and said. No, it's because this is a percentage, this is a statistic that I'm pointing out.
Honestly, I used to try and like show them a different perspective and like have an open conversation, but like I'm kind of at the point now where it's like, you know what, let's just not talk about it. It's probably for the best.
You know, my parents always say to me, like, you pay attention to politics more than we do, and we like learn from you. And sometimes we get into little arguments. That can be a good like way to sort of inform each other, because obviously they have more experience like historically, like what went on. But they can also say like, yeah, I don't understand, you know, this specific issue. Can you, you know, get me up to speed? And
I would like to have a disclaimer for my mom and dad. What's coming out of my mouth is coming out through love. Also, if they're watching this, please stop watching this. My parents are very closed-minded and conservative, and there have been fights, as in Daniel's family. I feel like in my household, my opinion is not valid, and it will never be valid as long as I live. I don't want to be quiet about the things, and I want to speak up and share my opinion, but when it comes to that, my parents will yell at me, they'll get mad at me, and we'll get into like such large arguments. It's even gotten to the point of one time where I've gotten into arguments with my parents with like, you're gonna have to move out if you don't like agree with these things. And it's like, I understand what you're saying and all, but you're telling me that if I don't do what you're saying, what you think is correct, I'm not allowed to think what I think is correct, because what you think is correct is
Tapping the mic,
concrete.
buddy, relax.
Kind of similar but different. Like,
Nah, bro, it do be like that though. And I haven't threatened to leave the house in like how many years? Like, I don't even live with my mom no more. But like back in the day, I haven't like, you know how many times I've been like, I'm running away, and then I packed the toy. Like, nigga, bruh, these niggas ain't going no fucking where. Like, I was gonna say some other shit about what he said, but I forgot. Oh yeah, about like, you know, you feel me, like like old people, like, you feel what I'm saying, they don't care about anything that you have to say. It's always like, we're right, you're wrong. Bro, my grandparents, when they over here scared of COVID, right? I mean, we all are, you feel me? They out here taking over the world. But like, you know, like my grandparents, they out here, they went and they got the vaccine. Both of them got the vaccine, and they got 2 different vaccines too. They ain't even get the same one. And they over here trying to convince me to get the vaccine. I'm like, I'm not getting that vaccine. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, how long has I literally asked them this. How long has AIDS been around? Was it around when y'all came here? Mind you, they like 70, almost 80 years old. I'm like, bro, was AIDS around when y'all first came to America? You feel me? Was it around like when you was born back in your home country and all of that? What else? AIDS. What is it? Like cancer? Was that around back in the day? And they both said yes. And I'm like, all right. So COVID, and like, mind you, it's been out for like, from since when they was, from probably even before they was alive. So like over like 80 years. You feel what I'm saying? And they still have not came with the cure for AIDS or cancer. COVID hit last week, last like year, and they already got a vaccine for it. Nigga, and I ain't taking that vaccine. Y'all saw that bitch that passed out on live? Exactly. Someone already died from it too.
I'm actually grateful that my parents and I have different political
Got me
opinions,
spitting everywhere and shit.
because I think it's kind of forced me to try and see the other side and try to understand why they think a certain way.
sometimes those disagreements are fundamental to your identity. Like, they say a lot about how you look at the world, how you treat other people, and it's hard to separate that. I don't want to be friends with someone who thinks that like people who are poor or unhoused people do that because it's their choice, because that's a fundamental disagreement with what I believe.
That's fair, but also family, I feel like, is different. They're immigrants. There are certain issues that they won't, you know, fully understand. Yes, it would be nice if they tried to.
It's very different with it, like friends or like your parents, your
Exactly,
family.
yes.
I agree 100% with Daniel. My parents came from Romania. It was communist at that point. So their views on the world are not going to be the same as everyone's as like they were, you know? So it changes because where you come from is so different from America.
That's a fact. Yeah, I just had an English project, you know what I'm saying? And like the main thing was like, what is freedom? And I had to like interview a bunch of people, and like I interviewed my grandparents from like, you know, like what freedom was like in America. Like how is it different growing up in their home country versus like here? And mind you, like, you know, this is like the best country to live in. You know, we got all the money, everything's high tech and all of that, and they still said they'd rather live in a fucking country because it ain't shit here.
I have felt depressed. 3, 2,
Yes.
1, go.
Yes. See, like it's something wrong with Gen Z. Like we all feel it.
There are a lot of points where it is romanticized, and I think it's a difficult struggle. And also, I think like within like the Black community, there also is just not a lot of attention to mental health at all. Obviously, there's points where I feel flustered and I feel like, oh, like
Oh, he a
everything's
Tyler Creator
crumbling
fan.
around me. And
That's
like, a
why
very
he's dressed
common
like
human
that.
thing.
People want to talk about how depressed they are until you're like, hey, I haven't taken a shower in 4 weeks and I can't get out of bed and I haven't been eating food. And they're like, ew, that's gross. It's like, that's what depression is.
Especially with our generation, what ends up happening is
Why are
that
you going 4 weeks
some
without taking a
small
shower
thing
though?
happens and we're depressed. The term is just used so loosely. When you say comments like that, it takes away the power, in a sense, from like people that actually are seeking help.
So I'm about to have a really vulnerable moment with y'all. So my whole life, I have been so bullied, and words hurt so much. And 6 months ago, I almost took my life
Damn.
because of like words. They have this effect on you, and sometimes you can't talk to people about it. And my friend's mom posted, if you needed to talk to someone, to call this number, and I talked to them, and I spoke to them on the phone for 2 hours by myself at nighttime. And if it wasn't for her just doing that, I feel like I wouldn't have been here today.
Can I give you a hug?
Yeah.
It's okay, fine.
Look at what the black dude is doing. What is he doing? He's not even walking over to him. This nigga just called the Holy Ghost.
Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
That takes a lot of guts to speak up about it.
My whole life, I've wanted to show kindness through me, and I hope that I do show kindness to others, because I don't want other people to feel the same way I felt, because if I can help someone feel that smile or that joy, for me, it would mean everything to me, because it means that I'm fighting what other people did to me.
I don't really like it when people like compare their depressions, because like, you know, saying like someone else is not depressed, because you don't really know what they like feel. But I'm really glad that people are like talking about it now, and that we can all like bond over it. I'm truly thinking that like the pressure that's put on our generation with social media is what like.
Word, nah, I feel what she's saying, like not comparing depressions, because it's like when I be talking to someone about something and like I make it a big deal, they would be like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. And it's like, you don't know like every single thing that led up to me being this way, which is why I consider this to be a big deal. Like it may not be a big deal to you because you haven't lived my life in every single step of the way. You know what I'm saying?
Causes it. But yeah, I'm really glad that like people talk about it, so we have resources and stuff.
What the fuck? I just peeped. Why is it like
I
this?
am optimistic
Oh, wow.
about the future. 3,
No.
2, 1, go.
Personally, it's in my nature to not be optimistic, because I think a lot of people in our generation are very nihilistic. I try not to like
I
view
wish
it
I knew
like
what that word meant.
because it's very like deterministic. Like, well, the world's going to hell, like we can't do anything. And if you believe that, then like you're not fighting for like a better world, and you're not fighting for change.
I'm very much with Sarah on the point where our generation is very cynical, very nihilistic. We like to just like assume that things can't be fixed because in the past they just never were. I don't know. I think I'm very optimistic for the future because I believe as we become more educated and we have more resources to certain things and information, we can do great things, but we just have to believe that we can, or else it won't happen.
Now I'm feeling sad about saying someone disagree. I just was thinking about this in like the climate perspective and like social media, how it's been used so negatively. When I think about those two major things, I
God
can't
damn,
see it
what the hell?
stopping anywhere.
It's a little unimaginable. It's like you
Yeah,
can't.
no,
it's
like I want to be
incomprehensible.
Oh, I should've
positive,
just
of
scrolled
course,
up
and I
on it.
want the change to happen, but like where does it start?
I try to be positive, and I always say, like, if there's something you don't like, we can work on it and fix it. And I think that this generation in particular is really good at that. Like, Gen Z is crazy. Like, we get things done. The impact we've had with like TikTok even, like, yeah, we changed a lot of things.
I feel like we have come far as a society, but that doesn't mean I'm also not disappointed in our society. There's so many things that we've gotten to like build upon as a society, and people are growing upon as a society. And you know what? After like meeting you guys today, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like there's hope.
On a more societal point of view, I feel very good that like change will occur whether we like it or not. That's just how society is. We progress.
That is officially a wrap. Great job, you guys.
All right, that was a nice little video, you know. So let me know in the comments what's y'all answers to all of their questions. Yeah, that was a nice little video. Let me know how y'all felt about my opinion. Tell y'all opinion, you know. Thanks for stopping by, watching the video. Leave a like if you liked it. Comment to show your support. Subscribe if you're new. Link in the description to my Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, and Discord. Link in the description. And that's gonna be a wrap.